Hello, my name is Rashaie. Today we're exploring immersive learning environments, a transformative approach in the world of education. Imagine stepping into a classroom where lessons comes alive. You can walk through historical events, manipulate complex machinery, or collaborate with peers in real time. All within a virtual world, these experiences are not just interactive, they actively engage learners, enhancing memory and foster collaboration. This presentation will explore what immersive learners' environments are, how they fit into the evolution of the internet, and how they can be integrated into organizational learning strategies. What are immersive learning environments? Immersive learning environments, or ILs, are virtual space that integrate multiple types of content, including text, audios, videos, and 3D modules. They combine synchrony features such as a live chat and collaborative whiteboard with asynchrony tools like embodied modules and learning objectives. In these environments, learners don't just passively receive information, they actively interact, manipulate objects, and collaborate with peers. This hands-on engagement makes complex concepts easier to understand and remember, also while also engaging teamwork and social learning. As and the evolution of the web. To understand immersive learning environment, it is helpful to see where they fit into the evolution of the internet. Web 1.0 was mostly stats. You couldn't read content but not interact. You could read content but not interact. Web 2.0 introduced collaborations and sharing. So tools like Wix and social media. Web 3.0 brings virtual world and immersive experience. As are an embodiment of Web 3.0 in education. Learners inhabit a shared virtual space, actively engage with contents, and collaborate with others in ways that were impossible in earlier web environments. Organizations can leverage as the complex traditional e-learning or classroom training. For example, learners can complete online safety modules and practice what they learn in the virtual faculty simultaneously. Teams can role play customers' interaction or technical repairs in shared virtual spaces, allowing for safety, realistic practice. The key to successful integration in aligning these experiences with learning objectives and organizational goals. When done correctly, imperative experience can enhance knowledge, improve skill acquisition, and foster collaboration across distributive teams. Motivations for using ALS. There are several complex reasons for curriculum designers and stakeholders to adopt immersive learning environments. They increase learning engagement by making learning more interactive and enjoyable. Multi-scenario experience improve memory, retention, and understanding of complex concepts. They allow safe practice and real-world scenarios, which reduce risk and costs. Additionally, environment supports social and collaborative learning, which is especially valuable for remote teams. Over time, these benefits can lead to cost savings by reducing training efforts and improving performance outcomes. Practical obstacles. Despite their potentials, there are practical challenges in implementing as developing immersive environment can be costly and requires specialized hardwares, softwares, and technical experts. Not all learners may have access to the necessary device, and some may experience discomfort or cyber sickness. Instructors may need additional training to effectively guide learners in these virtual spaces. Additionally, poor design environments can create overload, distracting learners rather than supporting learning. Addressing these obstacles require careful planning, support, and consideration of accessibility. Impact on cognitive memory and hemorrhage and engagement. Researchers indicate that imperative learning environment can positively impact cognitive process, memory, and engagement. Multi-scenario experience create multi-pathways in the brain, making it easier to encode and retrieve information. Learners are more likely to remain attentive and motivated. However, cognitive load may be managed carefully. Too much complexity or novelty can overload learners. Throughout interaction design is critical to minimize its benefit while potential downsides. Recommendations. For organization, considering as instructing approach works best. Start with pilot programs, focus on high impact topics to evaluate effectiveness, align virtual experiences with clear, defined learning outcomes to ensure relevancy. Provide training and technical support for instructors and learners. Collect data to engage retention and perform the measures impact. Once initial pilots are successful, scale gradually, ensuring the technology continues to support learning objectives and adds real value rather than being novel. Call to action. In conclusion, immersive learning environment represent the next front line in education and training. They make learning interactive, collaborative, and memorable, enhancing both engagement and retention. However, success depends on carefully designed alignment with learning outcomes and throughout implementations. As we move further into Web 3.0, these virtual worlds is not whether to use them, but how to design experiences that truly enhance learning and achieve meaningful outcomes. Thank you for joining me.